This is for Nigel. When they put Deonta Davis on you when he's out, what kind of problems does he present with his length? And you talk about facing a guy like that who's sort of figuring himself out as a freshman, but what he can do naturally a little bit?
No disrespect to him, it's not tough with him guarding me. The only thing I just wanted to do is not try and force a drive with their help and make sure that I found, the other guys present. As I've always said, I don't think there's, many people that we would go against that would be able to guard me one-on-one. So him being taller, doesn't really affect me because that just means his feet usually are slower. So I'll just go around him, and I just wanted to make sure I drove with poise and I was able to not force anything or have any silly turnovers trying to force something.
Jeff?
For Bronson and Ethan, then can you guys take us through that last sequence? Bronson, first of all, what you saw coming around there, and then Ethan, it looked like you fumbled the ball at first, and then take us through being able to finish.
Well, I just got the ball from whoever passed it in bounds and ran a double screen high, and coming across the screen, I could see that he was going to be open because they all kind of ran with me and Nigel, I think it was, and or Vito. And it was kind of a late pass because he was open a little sooner, and my guy was in front of me, so I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to get it to him on time. But I just took another dribble and lofted it over the guy, and luckily he caught it, and I knew he was going to finish it.
Thanks, man.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, Bronson came off, and they were dragging with him and Vito, and like he said, he made a great pass, and once I caught it the first time, I got hit in the back or somehow. I don't know what happened. I haven't seen the play to watch it to see what happened actually, but someone hit me in the back, and I bobbled the ball, and then I caught it again. I looked up, and I was under the rim, so I had to pivot around and then just score a reverse layup and then sprint back on defense.
Dude. In the back.
For Nigel,
Such a funny answer.
if he can answer. How you guys were really physical today, one of the most physical games, and you guys got to the line and made your free throws. How important was that, and how important is it moving forward?
It's extremely important. We were told before going in, and we knew going in that we had to match their toughness because they usually are the type of team that will prey on a weaker team, and if you flinch, you'll lay down and they'll run over you. And we matched that, and we tried to turn their aggression against them, and we shot a hefty amount of free throws. And there's a saying that goes, if you make more free throws than other team shoots, you'll usually win, and we did that.
Jim?
Ethan, when you guys were celebrating on court, you looked like you didn't know what to do. Was that just you've been through the other side of it so many times? Was it just, I don't know, shock? What would you describe that you're feeling?
Just pure joy, really. It was. We've been, like you said, we've been on the wrong side of when Melo hit that three, and then we've had a couple tough losses in a row, and then to beat a good team like Michigan State, a tough team like Michigan State, it was really joyful to share that with my teammates.
Jeff?
Bronson, you guys probably didn't play as well as you expected to down at Northwestern. Nigel vented a little bit after that game. What's been the week been like from that night to today, processing all that and then performing?
We kind of just came together as a unit and told each other that we had to play for one another. And I thought we had some good dialogue in the locker room after that game, and kind of let all our emotions out and everything. And I think that really helped us today. And I think we knew that if we want to win, we got to do it together. And I think we did that today.
Guys, Coach is talking about all the close calls you guys have had, and that experience is what kind of delivered to this point. I mean, did you pick anything out of those last couple of games that were close that you did something differently, or did you have the experience of confidence? What was different today versus Northwestern, Maryland, on down the line?
We found a way to win, opposed to the last few games. Was that not for me? Sorry.
I thought we did a great job playing together the whole 40 minutes. There had been times in previous games where I thought when things went down a couple, we just didn't stay together and play as a team, and just like little lapses for a minute or so, and we played together the whole 40 minutes, and it showed.
Jeff?
Nigel, over to your left. If you look at Vito's stat line, 5 points, 5 rebounds in 21 minutes, the numbers don't jump out, but he grabbed more rebounds today than he had in the last 3 games combined. Was he more active today, do you think, just doing what he needed to do, little things to help the team win?
Definitely, we all challenged ourselves, especially after these losses. And one of the main points that stuck out in these losses were we gave up too many offensive rebounds, and we had to do a better job of rebounding overall. And I think we did a much better job. We didn't do well enough. I myself gave up one to Costello to keep them in when we were trying to pull away. But we're still trying to work on the little things, and rebounding was one of those things, and we did a better job, which is why we were able to win.
Jim?
Ethan, you were really mad at yourself after the Indiana game for just not executing on that final possession. Today, I mean, it easily could have ended up the same way, especially when you lost the ball. But did you think you stayed patient and didn't panic? And how important was that in kind of finishing that playoff?
Yeah, I didn't think I panicked at Indiana. I wasn't a basketball player. I was just doing what the X's and O's were drawn up to do. And then here I just played. Bronson threw a great pass. And once I dropped it and I bobbled it, I knew I had some time. I heard some people yelling shoot. So I knew how to get up there. But I was patient with it, and it went in.
Back, Steely?
Bronson, Tom called you the Spartan killer. He said you did basically the same thing against them in Big Ten play. I just want to know your thoughts on that.
I think he called Trey that too, and Trey wore knee sleeves. And I did this game too, so must be the knee sleeves.
Jeff?
Bronson, Coach Gard said that he has talked to you about being more aggressive, going north-south versus east-west. It looked like you were comfortable doing that early on today. Was that your most assertive game offensively that you can remember in a while?
Yeah, definitely. I was just trying to come off the ball screens low and tight, and hip to shoulder off my guy, and they were hedging. But when the big kind of went back to his guy, I tried to go more north-south, like Coach Gardner showed me in film multiple times, and I just need to do that every game from now on. So yeah.
Ethan Gregg said guards after the game Tuesday that he was hoping that you would be more consistent throughout 40 minutes. Do you feel you got closer to that today? Just
Not especially. I don't think I had a great game personally, but the team won, and that's the only thing that matters at the end of the day.
Nigel, you've walked into the locker room over here so many times after close losses, had to deal with that. What was it like today? How would you describe it? Was it relief? Is that one feeling in there? Or?
It's definitely, as Ethan said, joy, but it's also frustration because I hope the guys can see that we're capable of beating, the 4 or 5 team in the country, which means these losses that we've had before are to this point inexcusable. And we know if we play the way we're supposed to be playing, the way we've said we should be playing, that those are wins that we'll have back. But, you can't dwell on the past, but it's just a reminder that, we are a much better team than what we've shown and we've been playing.
Anything else? All right. Thanks, guys.